to Chris Carter Field here at Middletown High School as we are just seconds away from kickoff for this GMC game as the Mason Comets take on the Middletown Middies. I'm Daniel Panetti here with my broadcast partner for tonight, Trevor Rose. And Trevor, a big GMC game. We get closer to the end of the season. Playoffs are starting to slowly sneak up on these teams, starting to get into must-win territory for these Comets.
Yeah, absolutely. Elimination territory, really, for these Comets. If they don't really turn it on towards the end of the season, they will miss the playoffs. Currently, right now in Division I, ranked 11th. If the playoffs started today, they would play Lakota East at Lakota East. Last game for the Comets was hopefully their breakout game. Last game against the Comets was absolutely amazing. They won that game 31-13.
Yeah, huge game. It was the homecoming night for the Comets. Weather was so all over the place, and yet they still pulled it out. And Trevor, we recapped that game. It was the Brandon Dunn show.
Absolutely.
160 yards on the ground, his first game at running back. You talked to him this week, and the transition looks to be going great.
Oh, absolutely. And what he said that he grew up playing at the running back position, so it was kind of good for him, a good transition, as looks like we'll go ahead and start on offense for tonight's game.
Comets will receive the first kickoff here, just a few seconds.
Ready to let the pigskin fly here at Middletown.
Brandon Dunn, one of those guys back to return. And number 88, Martin, the two guys back there. So we'll get to see these Comets start out on offense first. Like we said, Trevor, their highest scoring game, scored over 30 points in that win versus Fairfield last week. So if they can keep that going.
Yeah, Mason's offense, they haven't really produced like they want to produce this season, ranking about 9th in the GMC in almost every single statistical category. Let's see if they can break out again this week.
Running start, boot of the leg, and we are off from Middletown High School. Martin is going to take it from about the 10. He finds a hole up the middle, has some room, and he's going to be tackled down right before the 40-yard line. A nice return, and Ashton Schaaf in this Comet offense will come out for this first drive.
Yeah, great return by the sophomore, Jamian Martin, the speedster. And we'll go ahead. Last game, Ashton Schaaf, 9 for 14, 98 yards and a touchdown. He leads this Comets team with 586 passing yards, which is 8th in the GMC. Looks like we'll start with Dunn in the backfield.
Yeah, no surprise, Brandon Dunn going to be in the backfield. And this Comet team, they never need to pass to win the game. It's almost always on the legs of either Temi Adesanya, a guy like that. Now it looks to be Brandon Dunn. So we'll see what the Comets have lined up here for this first play of the game. Brandon Dunn to the right of Ashton Schaaf, two receivers to his right. It's going to be a handoff to Brandon Dunn, and he's stuffed immediately after getting the handoff, blown up by this Middletown Middies defense. That'll make it second down.
About a gain of 2. They're making it second down and 8. Productive run to start the game, kind of. You'd rather have 4 yards, maybe 3 yards on the play, but 2 yards is manageable. Now making it second and 8. If you get about 4 yards here, it's a manageable third down. Martin will go to the top of the screen.
It's Moneyham on the tackle for the Middies. Brandon Dunn behind Schaaf, the pistol. He's going to take the snap, hands it off to Dunn once more, and he's blown up once again behind the line of scrimmage.
Trey Tillis, the tackle in the backfield for Middletown. Trey Tillis, the leader on this Middletown team in tackles, now at 40 on the season, 13th in the GMC entering today's game, leading in tackles.
Yeah, like you said, he's this big guy up front. 8 solo tackles last week in that loss to Lakota East, one of them being a tackle for loss. So he's the guy that the Comets are going to have to really circle. That's number 10 on that defensive line. Third down for the Comets. About 10 to go. We might see the ball be put in the air for the first time. It's going to be kind of a screen to the right side to Brandon Dunn, and he's going to be brought down maybe a yard past where they started. That'll make it fourth down.
Punt team will come out. Kaiser Wilhelm leads the GMC in punt yards and punts inside the 20. Hasn't really had a good punt inside the 20 in the last couple of weeks. Especially last week, they really didn't need a punt because they were scoring all the time. As Brown checks the punter. Snap. And
Wilhelm gets it away. Nice punt. Bounces at the 30. It'll go out of bounds. So first drive that stalls for the Comets. We'll get to see this first look for Middletown. Middletown obviously led by their senior quarterback, Jeremiah Landers. Landers last week versus Lakota East, 14 for 28, almost 200 yards, 188 to be exact, and 2 interceptions to just 1 touchdown.
Yeah, Jeremiah Landers pretty much leads this team in pretty much all offensive stats except receiving yards. Passing yards, 703 passing yards in the season, while being limited with an injury, 6th in the GMC, 265 rushing yards, which is 7th in the GMC.
Yeah, you know that Coach McCullough was definitely circling that number this week. Ton this defense on Ryan Davis, Alex Brown, Noah Dowers, all those guys up front. You got to keep number 7 in check. First down, 3 receivers to the right of Landers, running back to his right, 1 receiver to his left. It's going to be a handoff to James, and he's going to be stuffed immediately. That was number 24, Demetrian James, the sophomore running back.
Some laundry on the field. It will be a personal foul, face mask on the Comets, giving Middletown a first down off of the face mask penalty.
Yeah, we saw the Comets get kind of bailed out a few times last week by those penalties. You know, that first drive, it was a 3 and out until a penalty on the punt made it 4th and 1, which Brandon Dunn took it all the way the distance. So that should have showed the Comets firsthand that you can't have all that laundry on the field. So now it's going to make it first down right past midfield. You look at James, just a little over 200 yards on the season with 2 touchdowns to his name.
Same formation.
It's going to be a keeper. Landers has some room, bounces it out to the right side, and is tripped up. Garnett was there first.
Garnett, great job there, getting some pressure, making the tackle. Landers again, another good carry, about a 6-yard carry, stopped by the corner, Garnett.
Jason Lewis was also there, number 33, to help bring him down. So that'll make it 2nd and about 4 for this Middletown offense. Sharpie, we look at beautiful night for football. Sun just now sets, and after the rainy game we had last week, it's very nice for these Comets to have this weather. 2nd down, it's going to be a handoff to number 8. He's going to be brought down pretty quickly. That was Graham, the senior running back.
About a 2-yard carry, making a 3rd and 1. They'll go ahead, bring in their big lineman. Jonathan Hendricks will enter the game. Henry Berry as well. And then number 96, A.J. Kaler.
Yeah. We look at Big John, the junior defensive tackle, leads this team in sacks. He's really kind of had a breakout season somewhat this year, almost similar to what we saw from Noah Dowers last year. 3rd down and just a few inches for this Middletown team. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Graham once again.
Be first down.
He's just going to get the first down. That keeps the chains rolling.
Just enough there to get the first down. Stopped immediately by this front 7 for the Comets. They brought some pressure. Barry was unable to make the tackle in the backfield. If he was able to make that tackle in the backfield, that would have set up a punt. 2 running backs in the backfield now.
Instead, it'll make it 2nd down. 2 receivers to Landers' right, 1 to his left, 1 to his right. Landers shops back, looks left, and the ball's tipped. Nice tip there from the Comets.
Kopak, the senior, number 22.
Yeah, number 22, the defensive lineman, able to get a hand up in there. And Trevor, that's what caused the interception last week. Cameron Hunter, he got his first of the year. So those tip balls to the line of scrimmage can be detrimental to an offense.
Oh, for sure, as we'll see what happens again now, 2nd and long. Probably another pass, if I'm going to be honest. Probably a pass to the top of the screen.
It trips to the left side. It's going to be a handoff to James. Or Landers is going to keep it, actually, and he's brought down. Preston Estoesta in there on the tackle. And wow. Trevor, we look at Estoesta, huge game last week, had that block punt for a touchdown. And as we get forward more into the season, the Comets need their captain, their senior safety, to really step up.
Yeah, 3-star safety for the Comets, and now he has to be able to defend the pass. He's been doing very well this year. As now it's 3rd and long, Landers in the backfield. I would say a pass here, and I want to run the ball here.
You got to throw the ball here. Ball at about the 37. Landers looking left. He gets hit, and he's going to throw incomplete. And a lot of pressure there from the defensive line. Forces the 4th down. Nice stand there from Mason.
Great design blitz and disguised blitz by the Comets defensive coordinator, Coach McCullough. Alex Brown came off the edge, was untouched all the way into the backfield to hit Landers to cause the incompletion. Now it looks like they'll go for it. 4th and about 11 yards at the Comets 37. If you don't get it here, Comets have the ball at their own 37, not too much. See what can happen here.
4th and 11, a major risk already from this Middies team.
Punt it. The punt it. Quarterback punt.
Landers is going to punt it away.
Punt. Get away. Sorry.
That ball is downed.
Looked like he got tipped by Cravens a little bit when the punt went away.
As this Comet offense will come back on. For their 2nd drive of the game, we look at that first drive. It was a lot of handoffs to Brandon Dunn. Just no holes were open. It caused a 3 and out. So now the Comets have 1 drive under their belt. Ashton Schaaf and this offense will come back out as they hopefully can make some adjustments, try and put a drive together. But Trevor, we look at this Comet team. Rarely is the first drive very bright for them. Usually the more the game goes on, the more chemistry that this team builds and more that they can put drives together.
Yeah, definitely this Comet team's definitely a slow starter for some reason. Hopefully tonight they'll be able to ignite it fast.
Schaaf has time, but he's going to roll out to the right side, throws it deep, and incomplete, looking for a penalty, and they're going to throw it late. And Trevor, I think the Comets are going to get an automatic first down here.
That was blatant pass interference. EJ James was looking for, sorry, not EJ James. Ethan Jordan, my apologies. Ethan Jordan was looking for the ball, and it was absolutely lit up before he could even have a chance to catch that ball.
Yeah, way too
15-yard penalty.
Way too tight coverage there. We saw Jordan have a pretty nice game last week. Him and C.J. Kastner. Kastner got his first touchdown catch of the year on that little 15-yard out route from Schaaf. So the Comets, they let up a penalty in their first defensive drive of that face mask. Middletown gives one right back. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. It'll now be first down. 2 receivers to the left of Ashton Schaaf. He's going to hand it off to Brandon Dunn. Dunn tries to muscle forward, but he's not going to get much.
And Brandon Dunn got about maybe a yard or 2 on that one, and they kind of had a bubble screen set up on the opposite side, but with Schaaf would have had to catch it and rotate away from the ball carrier. That's why they wouldn't go with that bubble screen. But the bubble screen was there. They could have gotten it to C.J. Kastner on the edge.
Yeah, the Comets like running a lot of those outside quick throw type of plays. It'll now be 2nd down and 8. Dunn to the right of Ashton Schaaf. He's going to motion Newhouse over to the right side. Schaaf's going to drop back to pass. Launches it deep to the right side, looking for Torian
Wiggins there.
Yeah, that was Torian Wiggins. My apologies. A junior wide receiver, number 21.
They try to get him on a go route. Torian Wiggins, one of the fastest kids on this team. The only person on this team that's faster than Torian Wiggins is the sophomore Jamian Martin, who gets kickoffs and was able to bring the first kickoff to about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, Trevor, we look at some of these first couple times we've seen Schaaf drop back tonight. A lot of deep shots already, which we don't really see much from the Comets, especially this season. So
it's all about confidence. And you get these passing yard totals up. They're only averaging about 97 yards a game.
3rd and 8. We're going to get a whistle before the play
timeout
can happen.
Timeout called by Kastner.
Comets call their first timeout. So Trevor, we're a drive and a half into this Comet offense. What are you seeing from this offense, and how can they try and flip this field and get some points on the board?
a lot of confidence that we haven't seen much this season from the Comets. They're trying to take shots, which is exactly what you want. They're taking deep shots, and they're able to do so much. They're discombobulating this defense for the Middletown Middies, which they're not the greatest defense in the game, but they are third in pass yards allowed. They allow 116 pass yards a game, compared to the Mason defense, which allows about 134 a game, which is fifth in the GMC.
Yeah, so we kind of knew, we've seen so far that the Comets have not had much success with Brandon Dunn up the middle. Still no Temi Adesanya tonight from this Mason offense, so we've seen them try and put the ball in the air a few times already. They're going to have to try and find some magic to work in there. So the Comet offense comes back. It'll be 3rd down and 8 after the timeout.
It's kind of heavy set. It looks like Noah Dowers is in there playing guard.
So Schaaf in the shotgun with Dunn to his left. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Schaaf is going to get pressured, and he's going to be brought down.
Horse collar.
And
it's going to be first down.
There is a flag, so that's going to give the Comets a first down once again.
Looks like a horse collar. He did grab him very high, grabbed him by the top of the shoulder pads and kind of swung him down by his jersey.
Yeah, Schaaf definitely did go down pretty awkward, and like you said, Trevor, it is going to be a horse collar, so the sack goes to waste. The Comets can keep this drive alive. A fresh set of downs. This ball will be placed right around midfield, and you got 2 times now that you've gotten this drive kind of saved by a penalty. It seems like now it's time to really put those yards to use.
Yeah, Middletown's quite literally just shooting themselves in the foot with penalties. They had the pass interference one on the incompletion to Ethan Jordan that moved them up about 10 yards. And then the 3rd and long, they got the sack, but a horse collar called. That was a good call because he did bring him down by the top of the shoulder pads, which is illegal. You can't really do that.
It's going to be a handoff to Dunn on the left side. Breaks a few tackles. He's still moving, and he's going to get about a yard past the 50.
2 yards past the 50. It'll be about second and 4 now.
2nd and 4, and what we saw from Brandon Dunn last week, it's hard to get him down on that first contact. He just runs so aggressively on a not huge frame from the former wide receiver, but he just has that strength in him.
Yep. Brandon Dunn is 5'10", 171 pounds, but one thing I know about this kid, he can squat a heck of a amount of pounds. And
be a pitch to the right side to Dunn. Dunn's going to get the first down, and this drive will continue. The first down for the Comets, not via penalty, and hopefully just those little bumps in the road, this drive can help get them started.
Yeah, it looks like Dunn will go off to the sideline, a little banged up after that play, but Temi Adesanya will come in and check in at running back, see what they decide to do.
So first time that the Comets find themselves in Middletown territory. Like you said, Temi Adesanya checks into the game for the first time for the Comets. He lines up behind Ashton Schaaf. It's going to be a handoff to the senior running back. He muscles through for a good chunk on first down. That'll make it about 2nd and 4 after about a gain of 6.
Yeah, Temi Adesanya leads this Comets team in rushing yards, 261, which is 13th in the GMC heading into this game. Comets offense, they only average about 89 rushing yards a game, which is 9th in the GMC. The only team worse than them is the Sycamore Aviators.
Yeah, they're going to march him down right around the 35-36. It'll be a gain of 5. So that'll make it 2nd and 5 for this Mason offense. Adesanya stays in the game. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. But there's going to be a whistle pre-snap.
Okay, CJ Castro will be subbed off. Don't really know why. I think it's because he had the back plate showing a little bit, so they subbed him off. So it looks like Preston Estewesta, the senior safety, will come back in.
Yeah, Estewesta can be a dual threat guy for the Comets, as he would check in right at the slot.
Kastner not happy on the sideline.
So 2nd down and 5. Schaaf looks to throw, throws left side, and it's caught by SOS. Somebody drops it. Looked like he had it, but it's knocked free right before. It would have been a fumble. That's number 9.
That could have been an elite play if he catches that. If he catches that, they're down at the 10-yard line, and that sets the Comets up with 1st down at about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it's a junior defensive back Virgil Coleman in there, makes the play. Comets, Schaaf saw him immediately, got the ball out quick, and Estoesta just wasn't able to haul it in. So it would have been potentially 1st and goal. Will be 3rd and 5 from the 36. Comets need a big play here. You're starting to get somewhat closer to range for Gogol, but you still think you need a few more yards before you bring out that junior kicker.
Maybe a horse collar on the sack. Give him 15 yards.
Dunn breaks out to the left side, but he's going to be tripped up. Number 4 for Middletown, Jordan Van, the junior defensive back, gets in there.
Gotta go north-south, man. You cannot try to stretch it outside. You stretch it outside, that's where you get 0-yard gains and maybe a possible 1-yard gain. If you go upfield, if he goes upfield there, he gets about 2 to 3 yards. That sets him up for 4th and short instead of 4th and about medium.
And the Comets look like they're going to keep their offense out here. 4th down and 4 from the Middletown 35. We haven't seen the Comets do a punt with Schaaf. So looks like they will really go for this. 4th down, Schaaf has some time, but he's going to be rolling out to his right, and he's brought down. Number 0, Chambers, the senior linebacker, gets in there, and the Comets turn the ball over on 4th down, and Middletown will take over.
You've got to try to get that ball out of bounds. You cannot hold on to that ball and run. Just try to run outside, throw it out of bounds. Get it past the line of scrimmage, get it out of bounds. That's what you have to do there. You cannot take the sack there. Now you set them up at the 45-yard line instead of the 35-yard line, a loss of 10 on the sack. 1st down now for Middletown.
And Middletown will get their 2nd possession of the game after the punt by Landers, who kind of faked going for it. They'll have pretty solid field position right at the 45. So a chance here for Middletown to take advantage after the costly Comet turnover. 1st down, it's going to be a handoff to the left side to James. He's going to get about 1 or 2. James not going to check out for Middletown. Number 8 will check in once more, Graham. Look at Graham, came into tonight with 229 yards and 2 touchdowns on the year. No true running back 1 for this Middletown team. They like to alternate some of their guys. Somewhat similar to Mason. Mason with a few running backs of their own. But it'll now be 2nd and 9 or 8. Landers looks to throw, throws middle right, and it's caught for a 1st down. That's number 15. Will Gibson, the sophomore wide receiver. And it's going to move the chains. It'll be a Middletown 1st down.
Just great job there by the running back to bring one of the corners down to keep the wide receiver open in the middle of the field. Great bait by this Middletown offense.
Graham will take the handoff, breaks a few tackles. He'll be tackled after about a gain of 5.
Breaks the initial tackle made by number 77, the defensive end, Henry Berry on the edge.
Yeah, Berry's been getting some more playing time as the season's been going on.
Took about a minute left in the 1st quarter. Middletown driving. 2nd
and medium at the 40. Landers going to keep it himself. Cuts it back in, but he's going to be taken down. Javion Hendricks was in there for the Comets at first.
And a swarm of Comet defenders there to get Landers down. That's what you like. Coach McCullough, the defensive coordinator for this Comets team, preaches 9-5-9. 9 men within 5 yards of the ball 90% of the time. every single time.
Yeah, one of the most underrated things about that defensive back Hendricks is that he is great in the open field for making those tackles. Third down for the Middies. Landers throws it deep. He has a man downfield, and it's caught at the 5. He's going to get into the end zone. And Middletown is going to strike first. Maximilian Johnson, his 6th of the year. And Middletown takes a 6-0 lead.
Maximilian Johnson, first on this team in receiving yards, first in the GMC in receiving yards, and just absolutely burns the defensive back that was covering him. That was number 17, Ryan Davis, the outside linebacker that was covering their number 1 receiver. You would think they would have a guy like Amin Garnett or maybe Preston Essa-Westa on him.
Kick is up, and it is good. So Middletown takes a 7-0 lead after the strike, about 35 yards.
8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. So Comets will go ahead and get the ball back to start the second quarter after the kickoff is going.
Yeah, and the Comets are going to want to make a lot out of this drive. They got the opening kickoff, so Middletown will receive once we get into the third quarter. But Trevor, a drive where the Comet defense looked pretty solid. It was just that big play, and it seems like a lot this year that's how offenses have been getting to them, which is very unlike Mason. And we saw against Lakota East, Chauncey Peck took the ball 98 yards on them, and then versus Hamilton, it was Grayson Goldsmith took 175. That was the only touchdown in that game. So these big plays keep haunting this Mason defense.
That's one thing that Coach McCullough preaches too. Don't limit the big plays. Don't allow any 20-plus yard plays. And right there, something that they need to continue eliminating. And that's something that they need to work on.
So this special teams units will come back onto the field. Brandon Dunn and Jamie Martin will be the 2 guys to return it for Mason. Mason finds themselves down 7-0 after the strike to Johnson. Kicker runs up, boot of the leg. And it's going to be Martin once more. Gets it at the 10. Breaks free to the middle. And he has some room. Another nice return for the sophomore wide receiver, right where his first return ended, right around the 40.
Great return. Guy beat his man to Martin, and Martin able to outrun him and get up the middle. Watch for him to break one tonight. They're leaving the middle of the field wide open, and it's being one-on-one every single time. Sooner or later, he's going to find that gap, make a move, and go all the way.
That's going to do it for the first quarter. The Comets will get the ball right around the 40. Comets find themselves trailing 7-0. Stay tuned for the second quarter here on Mason Sports Radio. Welcome back in for the second quarter here from Middletown High School. That first down handoff going to go for about 3. This is Comet offense once again out for their third drive of the game. They find themselves down. Singletary was there in on the tackle. Will be second at about 7.
Comets offense, they've been looking all right, but they've been stalling a little bit, getting the first down off of a big run by Brandon Dunn and a couple big-time shots so far as a penalty would be called. It looks like an offsides penalty. Yep, offsides penalty will be called on Middletown.
So another defensive penalty against the Middies. Feels like every drive that they've been shooting themselves in the foot and making just giving Mason more opportunities than really they should be getting. That'll make it second and a little easier for the Comets now. It'll be second and about 1. Second down. It's going to be a handoff to Dunn. Dunn just tries to push forward, and they're going to give him the first down.
Great job there by the Comets offense. Send Adesanya right up into the gap. Says, who wants to take me? And he goes right through, gets a man blocked. Dunn able to get the first down, about 2-yard carry. See if the Comets are able to do that more on these second, third down and shorts, as now we have 1st and 10. See what they can do here.
First down for Mason. It's going to be play action. Schaefer rolls out to the right side, throws it, and it's dropped. Semi Adesanya had it in his hands, but he's not able to reel it in.
That could have been a big gain there. Temi Adesanya in open field, not a single person within 5 yards, just drops the ball. Costly drop there by Temi Adesanya. But I feel like he's going to get more targets this game, and he's going to eventually claw back out of that kind of a slump. He's kind of been slumping a little bit in this last couple games. See if they can fix that.
Apologize if there's a little lag on the broadcast. We are working to get that fixed. Schaefer drops back, has time in the pocket, but it collapses quickly, and he's going to be brought down right at around the line of scrimmage.
These wide receivers just aren't getting open. They're not finding any separation. It's causing Astor Schaefer to hold on to the ball too long. About a 1-yard loss, making it 3rd and 11. This offensive line gave him enough time to get the ball off, but he just couldn't find anybody.
Some confusion from Schaefer. He'll run back on. It'll be 3rd down and 10 for Mason. Mason's going to call a timeout. Apologize for the little muting. It'll be 3rd down for Mason. Temi Adesanya behind Ashton Schaefer. It's going to be a fake pitch. Martin's going to take it, and he's going to be brought down immediately, but a late flag is going to come out, and this might be another penalty against this defense. It was number 0 in Chambers on the tackle.
Maybe face mask.
Personal foul is going to be a face mask. So once more on third down, the Middies give the Comets a free first down. And Trevor, these are the things that drive coaches crazy. And, you know, they will be hearing about this likely at halftime in the locker room.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this Middletown defense has shot themselves in the foot multiple times. One on a 3rd and 8 sack that could have gotten the Comets off the field. Horse collar called on Middletown. Their face mask called on Middletown. They've absolutely just shot themselves in the foot. See if they can get something.
Ball's placed at the 34, first down. Quick throw to the left side. Adesanya reels it in, but he's not really going to get much. Right back to the line of scrimmage.
Adesanya with the catch on the outside. I told you again, that's what he's here for. Just trying to get stuff going. He's been kind of in a slump the last couple weeks, and let's see if they can go ahead and fix that.
Second down now for Mason. Kastner comes in motion. To be play action and tries to step up, but he's going to get sacked once again. It's Chambers in there once more. And once again, Trevor Schaaf just goes down. Number 63 there down for Mason. Big John Hendricks. We've already seen him make some plays tonight.
Go ahead and update some scores around the GMC, around the Cincinnati area. Fairfield Hamilton just entered the second quarter. Fairfield up 7-0 against Hamilton. And then Oak Hills Princeton. That game, Princeton up 7-0 in the first quarter still. And then another game around the area. Moeller versus Elder, another big game that they have every year. Moeller 21, Elder 0 so far.
Hendricks is able to get up and get off the field with the help of his coaches. Those injuries, something you're never going to want to see.
Especially from your star player like Hendricks is this year. Hendricks has been a big-time player, as Lakota East is up 14-0 on the Aves with 11:44 remaining in the second quarter.
So the Comets find themselves in the same place they were just a few minutes ago. Third down and about 9 to go. Schaaf rolls out to the right side looking for a guy to throw it to. He does. It's caught. And that's Ethan Jordan.
First down.
And it'll move the chains. Big pass there from the Comets. Moves the sticks. Comets with the best field position they've had so far tonight. Ball at the 21. It'll be 1st and 10. Gavin McDaniel in the backfield with Ashton Schaaf. Schaaf's going to keep it himself, takes it to the right side, and he's going to be brought down at the 15.
Great play design there by the Comets, and something that we haven't really seen this season. Kind of an option run by the Comets. A little play fake there by Gavin McDaniel, and then taking it right up the middle is Ashton Schaaf. Look for that more often tonight.
So 2nd down and 4 for the Comets, looking to get the 7 back that they gave up. Schaaf alone in the shotgun. Multiple to the right side, but he's going to take it himself, and he's brought down immediately. Nowhere to go. Number 23 there in on the tackle.
Chris Moneyham.
The senior defensive back read it completely. And sound like a broken record right now, Trevor. 3rd down once again for Mason.
Not something that you want. You never want to be in these 3rd and long situations. About 3rd and medium, actually. 3rd and 4 at the 15-yard line. Try to get the first down here. Probably draw them off sides.
Hope to get that penalty. Definitely in field goal range for Gokul. He's going to hand it off to the right side. McDaniel, he's going to get stuffed right at the 15-yard line. Nowhere to go. That'll make it 4th down now for the Comets.
If I'm the Comets here, I go for the field goal and get some momentum. Depends on if they'll do that. They'll go ahead and send out Gogol. As heading off the field, number 76, Andy Hutton, takes a little tumble at about the 30-yard line.
So the junior kicker will come out. He's been very solid this year. Did have a miss versus Fairfield. New holder for the Comets. It's not Brandon Dunn. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. So the Comets get on the board here.
Oh, penalty marker down. Offsides, maybe. No, it will be on the Comets.
It's going to be a false start on the Comets, so erase that field goal. Gogol will have to try once again. Trevor, we look, like we said, CJ Kastner, the new holder, so we haven't seen Brandon Dunn much. You hope that he's all right, but he's a huge part of this team. He's the holder, new running back, and now it looks like it might be CJ Kastner's job. So, and something nobody talks about is the importance of a holder for a kicking unit. You know, I watched a video on the holder for the Ravens for Justin Tucker. When he retired, Tucker's field goal percentage went down a lot, so a holder can play so much of a role.
Offsides. You got the 5 yards back and it doesn't even matter. Absolutely drilled.
Gogol kicks it out of the stadium.
Nope, can't decline it. Max Gogol will go out here for his 3rd attempt now at a field goal after 2 penalties. That happened dead ball. That offsides penalty, they should just let it go out, and then at the end ask Coach Kastner, hey, do you want to accept it or do you want to decline it? And have the points. So instead of making him do it again.
So for a 3rd time, it's the same place his first field goal was. Kastner, the holder, once again. Good snap, good hold, kick is up. Not as high, but it's still through the uprights. No flags this time. It does count, and that'll make it 7-3. Comets get on the board. Got bailed out a couple of times, but still points is points. So a nice little drive, bailed out a few times. But the Comets do get on the board. They'll come and kick this one off. Maximilian Johnson, one of the guys back there to try and receive this kick.
Here, I got you. I can just change
The kickoff away. Max Gogol will kick it down. Gogol will run up and boot that one away, and a beautiful kick goes out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Absolute boot there by the junior kicker out, Max Gogol. My apologies. But Max Gogol able to get the 3 points for the Comets, as it will be a 1st down now for this Middletown team. 5:17 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Landers leads his team back out there. Ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, so Trevor, This Middletown team comes out. Both teams get points in their last drive. Looks like the message right now to both teams is just keep the laundry off the field. Play some clean football. Ball is spotted at the 20. Lander's going to take the snap, fakes the pass. He's going to keep it, runs up the middle, and he's going to be taken down by a couple of Comets just a few yards past the line of scrimmage.
About 3-yard gain, so about 2nd and 7 now. Great, good design run.
A few of those D linemen in there for the tackles. Noah Dower's one of them. Just 2nd down. The Comets have been able to keep Landers in check mostly tonight. Really, the run game hasn't been huge. It's just those few passes to Maximilian Johnson and Will Gibson. 2nd down. Throws to the left side, and it's caught by Johnson. And he's brought down somewhat awkwardly. They're looking for a flag, but nothing out. Maximilian Johnson in there. Tackle was by number 33, Jason Lewis, the sophomore corner, but it is going to make it a 1st down. That Middletown sideline was not happy. They thought that it might have been a horse collar on that tackle.
As they have every right to, because that one was a horse collar. If you look at him, he definitely tackled him high. Should have been called, but
play action. Landers is just going to throw to the right side. Throws it away, almost intercepted.
Garnett almost comes down with the pick, and if he stayed in bounds, that could have been 6th.
Yeah, Landers looks like he just tried to throw it out of bounds, put a little too much air in it and not enough distance, and they catch a little bit of a break.
Beautiful sunset behind us here in Middletown. Just a beautiful night for football.
One of the reasons why fall is my favorite time of the year. You get all these sunrises and sunsets and beautiful weather for high school football.
Just a brisk 68 degrees right now. Feels like 67. High today was only 81 degrees. The low will be at 49 later tonight.
Could say it's hoodie season is back. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Comets read it perfectly, nothing there. And that'll make it 4th down now.
3rd and 10.
Or sorry, 3rd down.
Landers in the shotgun. 2 running backs in the backfield.
3rd down for Landers and this Middletown offense. He looks, throws it over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Maximilian Johnson, but the Comets force a 4th down. Look here, 3 minutes 41 left in this game, or in this first half, my apologies.
It will be a punt, 3:41 remaining in the first half. The Comets have a chance to go down and score before the end of the half, put some points on the board, and potentially take the lead in this game, as Kaiser Wilhelm will be seated at the 40-yard line awaiting the punt.
First true punt that will come from this Middletown team. We look at Wilhelm. He leads the GMC in interceptions, a very good athlete. Just really hasn't had the chance to return many punts. That one's almost blocked. And he's going to take it. Gets tackled right at about the 29. So Middletown will have Mason will have a chance here with just a little under 3 minutes 30 seconds, actually 3 minutes 30 seconds on the dot, to make a drive out of these next few minutes.
Lakota East score update. East 8, Coleraine 7 at the end of the first quarter.
This Mason offense comes back on the field. Still no Brandon Dunn behind in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to Adesanya. Adesanya keeps rolling, but he drops the ball. Middletown falls on it, and one play, one turnover. And some celebration after the play. But regardless, Trevor, Comets turn the ball over. It'll be first down for Middletown.
Another thing that's costly for this Comets offense, fumbling the ball. Adesanya had a good gain. If he would have went down, we wouldn't have lost the ball and we would still be driving, but obviously now Landers will be back on the field looking to put some more points and tack on to the lead against the Comets.
First down now for Middletown. Landers is going to keep it, breaks free to the middle of the field. He's going to be brought down. What a gain of 6.
Brought down inside the nation's 35-yard line. It'll be second down Middletown.
See where exactly that they mark it, 2nd and 4. And Trevor, the Comets just got to keep this. If it's only 3, that's not the end of the world. Still a one-possession game. But it feels like you can't allow 7 here with Middletown getting the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
Absolutely not. As world score update, 21-0 West against Sycamore in the 2nd quarter.
2nd down. Landers is going to take it himself once again. Has a hole through the middle, makes a couple guys miss, makes Wilhelm miss, and he's going to be marked out right at the 1.
Should have been a hold call in the middle of the field.
Doesn't get the touchdown. He will be marked out just short, but that'll make it 1st and goal at the 1. There's the running threat that we see from this senior quarterback.
Oh, they're calling for a touchback. They might call a touchback. Touchdown stands.
So like we just said, Trevor, you couldn't allow 7, and now they're an extra point away from doing that. A little bit of confusion on the call, but regardless, it is now 13-3 for Middletown, pending this extra point. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the first half. Extra point down and good. Not what the Comets were looking for after the turnover. That was a junior kicker, Nicholas, on the extra point. So Trevor, Comets find themselves down 2 possessions. What does this offense need to do in this next drive to stay in this game as we just near towards halftime?
Don't fumble the ball. You got to keep the ball in your hands. You have to be able to get down and score. This Comet offense really hasn't been able to do much of anything so far. 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the half. You got to at least get at least 3 points. You would like 7. Get it within 4-point game. Comet coaches not happy at all about that play call. That ball came out before before Landers went into the end zone. That should have been called back for a touchback, and the Comets start with the ball at the 20-yard line. But pass is the pass, as Middletown will come out with their kicking unit.
So a costly turnover leads to a quick touchdown for the Middies in their homecoming game. The Comets are trying to spoil, but a first half of many mistakes for this Comet offense and defense. But they have a chance here before halftime to put some more on the board.
That's Celesta.
Estewesta at the 20, the 25, breaks free to the left side. Estewesta has some room. Estewesta to the 40 and dragged down at the Middletown 36. A huge return for the Comets.
Again, I told you, look for the big explosiveness on the kickoff. The last 2 kickoffs that the Comets received, Jamie Martin, this sophomore, was able to take it to the 40. That one breaks free, pressing Estewesta to the other 40, about the 38-yard line. Now the Comets have the ball at the 38. They only have to go about 20 yards to get in field goal range, maybe even 10 to get in field goal range from Max Gogol, the junior kicker who also plays soccer for the Comets junior varsity team and maybe even put a touchdown on the board, put it within 4.
Yeah, 3 would be good, but this Comet offense is hungry for 7. First down for the Comets. Kastner in motion. Schaaf drops back to throw. It's going to be a screen to the right side, but Gavin McDaniel is tripped up.
Tripped up by, it looked like Liam Davidson, the center, maybe got stepped on, fell over. Can't have that happen to make the screen work. But if he would have gotten that completion, there was no one within 10 yards of him. He could have scored that all the way from there.
Yeah,
could have been a 38-yard touchdown on a screen pass.
After Middletown takes all the momentum in just a few seconds, that huge return gives the Comets a little boost that they need. But they got to get some points out of it. Second down. Schaaf steps up in the pocket, has to make a few guys miss. He's going to be taken down. It looks like the ball came out, but his knee was already on the ground. A gain of about 4 or 5. So it's positive yards, but it'll make it third down for this Comet offense.
Minute 50 remaining. They got to hurry up. They only have one timeout.
Comets have not been good on third down tonight, been bailed out by a lot of penalties. At some point, you're going to have to step up as an offense. It's a shoulder injury for Brandon Dunn. The pads are off, so the Comets may have lost their star player. We'll try and get some more updates on him. Schaaf, low snap. He's going to roll to the right side, and he's brought down right at the 35. And we look at the clock. Minute and 10 seconds. That'll make it fourth down.
It'll be 4th down for the Comets.
Timeout by
their first timeout.
Yeah, Middletown calls a timeout. That's smart there to stop the clock. So Trevor, you're in a spot like this. It's fourth down. You know, what do you do here if you're in Mason's situation?
Don't know. It's kind of a confidence thing with this junior kicker, Max Gogol. Do you think he can make this? This is about a 48, 49, maybe a 50-yard kick here from the 38-yard line, from the 35-yard line.
We've already seen Gogol kick the ball out of the stadium once on one of those flagged field goals that he had to attempt 3 times. We know Gogol has the leg. The question is just his accuracy has been a big question mark for the junior kicker. So a timeout. We'll see what the Comets can do once again without their star, now running back Brandon Dunn. It's been Temi Adesanya and Gavin McDaniel in the backfield. But really, Trevor, I think the struggle has been coming from this offensive line, just not giving Ashton Schaaf much time, and the wide receivers just haven't been able to create much separation.
Not at all, and that's something that they need to continue working on. It's a little score update in the GMC. Kind of an upset watch. Coleraine up 14-8 on East.
And East just took down the Middies last week 50-23. The Comet offense comes back on the field for fourth down. 2 wide receivers to Schaaf's right. Schaaf drops back, throws right side, and it's caught. It'll be a first down, or it'll be close.
It will be a first down.
Will be a first down. A minute now left on the clock. Comets have to hurry this one up.
First and 10, Mason ball to Middletown, 36-yard line.
Comets with 1 timeout left in this first half. Line up in the huddle. Now breaks it. 49 left and counting. Schaaf in the shotgun with Adesanya to his left. Takes the snap, looks left. He's going to roll up, and he's going to take it himself. He's going to be close to a first down, just a few yards short. Comets are going to have to start either moving quickly or use this timeout.
Got 30 seconds. You got to hurry up. Timeout.
Comets burn that timeout, so you got to think, Trevor.
You got 2 plays.
Yeah, if you're either you got to get out of bounds or you've got to try and spike the ball if you're going to get a field goal to go through.
And the other one, kind of just get a curl route to catch the ball, get out of bounds. It's either touchdown or nothing. You throw it to the end zone, it's either caught for a touchdown or it's over or it's incomplete and you kick the field goal. That's kind of what you're looking here. You go for a trips formation, 1 running back or maybe even a blocking tight end in the backfield, give some pass protection, give Schaaf some time to try to throw this ball.
Yeah. You got to think that the Comets got to try and maybe put a tight end on the offensive line, give their senior quarterback enough time to let these guys get open downfield. But you're right, Trevor. You got to think that a shot to the end zone has to be coming soon. 3 wouldn't be the end of the world, but this team needs to get 7 here. A 10 or a 14-10 game is a lot better than 14-6. But either way, you got to get points in these next 27 seconds.
Kind of exactly what I'm talking about. 3 receivers to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Kind of had that bottom receiver try to go towards the end zone, maybe a corner route. Ethan Jordan one-on-one pressed.
2nd down. It's going to be a pass to the outside. It's caught, and he's body slammed.
Yep,
and a flag is a body slams the Comet receiver. That's going to be a personal foul. A huge mistake there from the middies.
Put him at the 4.
And that's where the rivalry gets the best of them. Just a blatant, unsportsmanlike conduct. And if you're the defensive coordinator for Middletown, that's got to drive you nuts.
And they are absolutely, wow. They have shot themselves in the foot. That whistle was blown way dead. And he just picks him up and body slams him. We're not wrestling out here. We're playing football, fellas.
Yeah, no place in this game for something like that.
After the play, you got personal foul on the defense. I mean, half the distance from the end of the run, the result in a first down.
So it is the unsportsmanlike conduct. Just no place for something like that in this sport. You know, the whistle's blown dead. His forward progress is stopped. You don't body slam a guy like that.
You got potentially 2 plays here, another out route like they did last time. Maybe to a different guy, maybe not SOS. SOS is not even on the field here for this play, but it would be a timeout called by Middletown. Middletown, they got to figure something out. They've been absolutely killing themselves with this with the penalties. The costly 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalties. The one on the horse collar tackle by on the sack against Ashton Shafe. Another one on a face mask to start a drive, and then that one right there at the end of the play that was unnecessary. He had him wrapped up. He had the loss. The clock was ticking. They didn't have any timeouts. They couldn't call a timeout to stop the clock. They literally had them in perfect position, and he does that. He does a dumb play, costs 15 yards, costs the clock to stop. Now it's 1st down and 7 at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, can't have something like that. So it'll now be 1st down for Mason. Ball is placed at the 7-yard line of Middletown. And this makes trying to get 7 a lot more manageable. 21 seconds left, a 14-3 ball game. Middletown defense comes back on the field. Trevor, you got to think it's now 1st and goal. You don't have any timeouts left, so if you do put the ball on the ground, you got to get up quickly. This offense comes back on the field. Temi Adesanya there in the backfield with Ashton Shafe. 1 receiver to his left and 3 to the right. Shafe drops back, looks right to the end zone, but it's threw out the back, incomplete. No
flags. Got 17 seconds. You had to, it's an end zone shot or nothing here. You had to throw it to the end zone. If it's incomplete, you send on Max Gogol for the field goal. If it's not, you have to just get the ball off. Even if that means your running back's right in front of you and you have to spike it to get the field goal unit back on the field, you make an 8-point game. At least you're getting points. 2 points and the ball at your own at Middletown 7.
Yeah, 17 seconds. You still have time to get up on the ball and spike it. I think the Comets might try a quick pass out to the side, that right side where they have most of their room. Same formation. Shafe going to look to throw, rolls out to the right side, throws end zone, and it's intercepted.
He threw it right at the linebacker that was in the middle of the field. All you have to do is throw it at his feet. If you throw it at his feet, it's an incomplete pass. There was an intended target in the middle of the field. All they had to do, all Shafe had to do was throw that one at his feet. But that's a costly turnover, the 2nd turnover caused by this Middletown defense, and you just can't have that if you want to win a game.
It's just a frustrating first half on all accounts for this Mason offense. So a lot will be said in the locker room.
Being knee down for Middletown. As the knee down will be down, and that will end the first half. Comets down by 11, had a chance to score there at the end of the half, but could not capitalize off of the penalties caused by this Middletown defense. We'll go ahead and take it to a break for halftime. We will be back with more Comet action after the half here on Mason Sports Radio.